Hey, welcome back to Hockey Headspace, where we get into the real stuff behind performance. Not the surface level stuff, not the cliches. We're here for a deeper game, the mental game. Today we're diving into a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and that is, why do some great players seem to struggle in the playoffs? They play great all year long, and then they get in the playoffs, and for whatever reason, their performance just seems to fade. And I don't mean average players. I'm talking about the players who dominate the regular season. Top guys, top minutes, tons of talent. And then suddenly in the playoffs, their game slips. The points seem to dry up. Their confidence fades, maybe. And then you see it in their body language, their decisions, their stats. And then, of course, the usual narrative around it is that they're not elevating their game. They're not built for the moment. Or my personal favorite is they just don't want it bad enough. And I have to call BS on all of that. These are professionals. These players, they care deeply. They know what is at stake. They've made sacrifices for their whole life to get to this moment. So no, it's not about effort. It's not about willingness. But it is something. And that's what we're going to unpack today. So here's the truth. Playoff hockey is a different animal. It's faster. It's heavier, tighter. Time and space evaporate. Mistakes get magnified. Emotions get amplified. Every touch of the puck matters, and every read, every moment, it's critical. And what I've seen working with these high-level players across the leagues is some players don't fade because they lack heart. They fade because they fail to mentally recalibrate for playoff hockey. See, their habits and their timing and even their emotional responses, they're built for the regular season. That's what they've been doing for the past 82 games in the NHL. But in the playoffs, the game asks different questions. And if you don't adjust the way you think and feel and see the game, then you're stuck. You hesitate. You tighten up. You overthink. You squeeze the stick. And that's when we see performance drop. So let's break it down. Here's what usually happens with players who struggle in the playoff. First, instinct gives way to overthinking. Instead of reacting and trusting, they try to control too much and they lose flow. Second, the fear of screwing up becomes bigger than the desire to make big plays. They start playing not to lose. Third, the brain narrows in. They stop scanning, stop reading the play as well. And their decisions, they're slower. And then finally, they start talking to themselves in different ways, less confident, more cautious. And that inner voice, it turns on them. So no, it's not effort. It's mental and emotional misalignment. So what do you do about it? If you're a player listening to this right now, or a coach who sees this pattern in some of your players, here's 5 things you could focus on. Number 1, shift from outcome focus to process focus. Now, we might have heard this before, but it becomes so important in the playoffs. Stop obsessing about getting on the score sheet. Stop trying to prove that you belong or working and trying to make a big play. Instead, win your battles. Be first on puck. Play fast and clean. Right? These are process-focused things you do right now. Those are the things that are going to keep you focused in your head in the game. You don't play the full game in your head. You just win the next 30 seconds. Number 2, rehearse the chaos mentally. Use mental reps. Picture yourself in playoff pressure, loud buildings, big moments, tight checking, and you see yourself executing through it. That mental exposure lowers the stress, and the real thing doesn't seem to be so pressure-filled. Number 3, anchor to identity, not emotion. Pressure triggers emotion, nerves, frustration, fear, but best players, they don't ride that wave. They anchor to who they are. They say to themselves, I'm a puck-winning forward who drives the play. I'm a composed defender who thrives under pressure. I'm a beast in the net and nothing's getting past me. Number 4, breathe and widen your view. Under pressure narrows your vision, literally. So you want to use short breathing resets between the whistles. Soften your gaze. Let your awareness expand again. It calms the nervous system and it can bring that clarity back. Number 5, check your self-talk. If that internal voice is panicked, rushed, or desperate, you've already lost half the battle. You got to stay neutral. Think to yourself, next shift. Or if you do something that's not you, think to yourself, that's not me. Right? And if you have some momentum, if you have a good play, then you just say to yourself, let's do it again. Your best coach is the one inside your own head. That voice that has to be calm, clear, and confident. Look, playoffs don't just test your skill. They test your mental flexibility, your ability to adapt, your ability to stay composed when everything around you is breaking down. If you're not performing how you want to right now, it's not because you're not clutch. It's because you haven't built that playoff mindset up yet. You're still stuck in that regular season mindset, and it is a shift. But you can, and when you do, it changes everything. So here's your challenge. Start training your brain for playoff hockey. Even if you're not in the playoffs, act like you are. Build the habits in the regular season so that when the lights get brighter, you don't shrink, you shine. All right, so that's it for this episode of Hockey Headspace. If this hits home for you, share with a teammate, share with a coach, share with your parents. If there's something that you want to help build that playoff mindset, reach out to me and let's get to work. Until next time, stay grounded, stay sharp, and always show up for the big moments.
If you're fired up right now thinking about the player you could be next season, let's make sure you know exactly how to get there. Go take your free hockey type assessment. In less than 5 minutes, you'll get a custom report that shows you how you're wired to play, your strengths, your tendencies, and what to focus on to actually level up your game this off-season. This isn't guesswork. It's your mental game blueprint. So before you jump into your summer grind, get clear on who you are as a player. Go to hockeytype.com and let's get started.